don't think so. No offense, of course. I'm just not up for it. Sorry.
Oh, good.
Refine a skooma? Oh, a snitch, huh? Can't be running any guards now, can I? Well, I think.
Him for my work. Bro, you're getting wrecked. I need to keep my stamina up, so I need to stay away from this one. No! Everyone! Teleport everyone! Oh!
Well, that's taken care of.
I haven't seen you before, have I?
Oh, that's so funny, dude.
You picked a bad time to get fucked, friend.
Oh my god! Yo, it's XenoXP. We are back with another live stream. Yeah, we're doing some Black Ops 6 zombies today. Like I said before, decided to change it from Phasmophobia to Black Ops 6. There's a reason why, because I was getting bored of Phas. It was like, yeah, I could have changed some settings, done like a whole no evidence runs. I just ain't interested. Like, I've been playing it for a while and I'm just like, It was fun. It's fun while it lasted, but we're on to bigger and better things. But anyway, welcome in Dark May, welcome in Retrez. Let me set up the chat for the shorts. I'm also waiting on V2 at the minute. So I thought I'll let him do what he's got to do, and we can have the chat whenever he's free. I'll see if he's all right to talk about it on air, but I'm just gonna do multiplayer. I'm just gonna do whatever. I'm gonna leave it as it is. What things am I researching right now? What things am I researching? I have no idea. Quick revive? Okay. But yeah, I figured I would just play some zombies while I'm waiting.
The island's central database includes prisoner locations. We
I just hope that everything.
We get the hell out.
Amp unit activated.
But we
Please
cannot
stand by.
access the database without reactivating the island's computer network. Go flip a switch or something.
Oh my god, this is...
I've seen my share of secret
Area
labs.
1 online.
Believe me, there's a reason why they're always located far the fuck away from everything.
pretty fun.
It's good
It
that
is.
even an
I
imbecile such as
like
yourself
I said
understands
before,
why such a decision
I'm
is prudent.
surprised at how fun Black Ops 6 Zombies is. Sorry, give me a sec. I'm checking my Discord every now and again just to just in case V2 wants to or when V2 wants to chat. If you're wondering who V2 is, by the way, V2 is a modlist creator. Mostly does Cyberpunk and some other mod lists.
Amp unit activated. Please stand by.
But I'm gonna see if I can
I do hope that Dr. Modi has been torn to pieces by this mob. Modi? Raveny Modi? I only know her by reputation, but the sick shit she's done to people. Fuck.
That doesn't sound good for Nathan. Let's
Amp
hurry up
unit
and find him.
energized. Area 2 online.
That's it. Modi has gone too far. She fished my warheads out of the sea just to spite me and my genius. Stealing warheads is too far. Not her crimes against humanity. If we get out alive, you and I are having a chat about now.
Kid.
I'm not even gonna lie. That's stupid. But that's the only thing. There's some parts of the third person that I like, but there's some parts that just suck. But yeah, how's everyone doing? I hope everyone is having a good day so far.
Eyes on enemy.
What are you like? Oh, they probably want to get that bit open now. They've gone the other way in it. Alright, I'll come down. But yeah, what do you mean highest round? Huh? I've been to like round frickin' 35, I'm pretty sure. 36, I can't remember. I know that's not that high, considering people got to like round near enough 1,000. I don't really like doing... I don't really like doing that this early on.
Amp unit activated. Please stand by.
I like to be a bit more prepared. And that's one of the reasons why.
I'm so done with target discrimination.
Amp unit energized. Area 3 online.
Not many lines of work to get you locked up with a CIA black site. And I speak from experience.
We're smugglers. Any sort of contraband. We can move it, including refugees. But when some of our cargo started disappearing...
Alright,
Nathan
let's
asked
go,
if
let's
he
go,
had
let's
any
go.
questions.
Full power means full database access. Crap. Someone took the hard drive with the test subject files. Can't we catch a fucking break? Do not fret. Tenacity and deductive reasoning should lead the team to the hard drive. Interesting. There's an encrypted file in the database written by Technical Officer Anya Tanovsky. Clever minx kept the secret workshop.
Right, I want to get
that,
some jug.
quote, can be found if you're so inclined.
The usual,
Most
the
will be
usual.
refused.
But yeah, what was I gonna say? So there's a couple of things that I kind of want to try and get done today. So depending on what happens today. Oh god, that's an accident. Depending on what happens today, it might be. I don't think it's gonna be a short stream, but
Anytime is the right time for a nod.
basically at the moment I'm trying to export a mod list. This is probably gonna take a long time.
Tear them to pieces.
I'm hoping to collaborate with someone
Those things fly.
to
No real
get this mod list done to completion.
Now that's the summer cut.
There might be, I don't know. I'll see how this conversation goes. For those that were there yesterday and wondering what I'm talking about, it's about the Starfield mod list that I'm currently making right now. I feel like once it's done and basically backed up, once it's done and backed up, I can focus on, well, I can focus on a few things. Because I'm thinking of what's it called? I'm thinking of a couple of things right now. Because there isn't really, I haven't played Skyrim in a while, need to get back on the mod list. Yeah, so even though I've been making my own mod list for Skyrim, I'm thinking about rethinking my mod list. But no, this is just basically for Starfield. I think what I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna have a word with V2. Because I'm also thinking, you know, there's, I think someone yesterday, I think it was Nestor, that was saying, oh, I'd love to get into, like, a conversion mod list for Starfield. I think, to be honest, a Star Wars conversion for Starfield would work so much better for Starfield. And I would actually say that is probably better than playing Star Wars Outlaws, if I'm being completely honest. Mostly because you can create your own character and have your own story within that Star Wars universe. And I think that's what... I think some people were kind of expecting something like that. I knew it wasn't gonna be... like some actual open world, like properly open, not open world, but open game. It's very linear. For an open world game, it's pretty linear, which is kind of stupid. it does a lot of it does a lot of things against the whole open world formula. I don't understand. I think they should have made that more. I think they should have made that game more linear than open. It just didn't make sense. Just after playing the game, I felt like it didn't really need to be open world. I feel like some of these games companies, they end up doing these open world games and just basically use the whole open world thing as a marketing gimmick. They need to stop doing that. That's one thing the industry actually has to stop doing, alongside with making making frame gen and upscaling technology.
I heard that one.
A selling point for games. They need to stop doing that, because I wouldn't say it's disingenuous. Some people would go as far as to say that. I would say it's more of the lines of it's a way of defeat. Like it's a way of the way I see people being like, you couldn't really optimize the game that well, so you might want to use upscaling technology. It should only be used as a way to get better frames or to have a better experience. It should not be part of the recommended specs or anything like that. I feel like at that point you might as well make instead of recommended, I feel like there needs to be another criteria. I feel like there needs to be like another criteria for recommended specs, because I just don't like the way it's going with that. Oh, they already know what they're doing. I can't remember where the box is. They probably know where it is.
Shuffled right into that one.
Don't really want to use the bomb because it's a bit too early for that. Why? Like, why? You get less points. You get less points for every zombie killed in that bomb. You've lost like honestly, you genuinely suck for doing. Why would you do that? I don't ever go like when it's early rounds like this. Going for bomb is like, bro, what are you doing? You should only do that in like later rounds when points don't really... Well, points still matters in late rounds. But at the same time, it's like... You should only do it when you're like low on ammo.
Did that vermin just evolve? Excuse me, you cannot do that. That is not how natural selection works.
Anyway. What's V2 doing right now?
This is Raptor 1. Hope you're all hanging in there, but I'm ready to go whenever you are.
Yeah, I'll wait till he's like free, and then hopefully have a conversation about it. So, if you're wondering what I'm talking about, by the way, so I used to use V2's mod collection for Starfield, and dude,
Down you go, freaky. Why do things the hard way?
Alright, let's have a look. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna apply this. I wanna either try to get some loot keys and hope for the best, or 4,000 points, 4,000 keys.
Gotta delay our exfil. Too much wind shear.
You decided to pick up. Nice. I'll grab that on the way back up. But yeah, I have to say though, last night,
Where were you
Last
when I was
night.
writing my dissertation?
was kind of weird. It was kind of weird.
That's good. Then go head hunting.
Oh, you didn't drop any.
Marking location.
Don't know what the fuck that is.
That was painful just watching it. Back to the grave.
Oh. I might go for the, I think, rare modification if I can. But it depends. If I can get a key and it gives me like legendary or frickin' thingy, I'm going for it, dude. Dude, this is absolutely hilarious. Dude, what is this? I mean, to be fair,
Checkmate, asshole! Where can a girl get some armor around here?
alright.
This is starting to get fun.
Oh, they actually call the rounds as well. That's actually interesting. You don't know how much it sucks to see that go off. It's actually annoying. Like, early rounds, you don't need bomb. You need points. You need points. And parts. Do you mind? The waste of ammo. I'm not gonna lie though, the way that they've done the points on it is very different. Like, really different. Hey yo, the Warriors, how's it going, man? Welcome in.
Got the old bird up and running for now.
Alright.
Available.
Hey! You better give me... Bro, you better give me something good.
This thing could kill us.
Told you, Mike is old as fuck. Dude, I don't think that performance was due to the fact he was old. I feel like there was a bit too much respect in him. Jake didn't do jack shit as I thought he would.
Many limbs or many creatures smooshed together.
There was a bit too much respect in there though. I don't think Jake would have done anything anyway because his power's shit. Like, his power wasn't great to begin with. And going up to heavyweight, your power doesn't scale upwards. In fact, if you couldn't punch at cruiserweight, I'm sorry. Even Mike was taking those punches and he was just like, eh. So, if anything, it just goes to show Jake ain't all what he's made out to be. Like, everyone kept saying, oh, Jake Paul's gonna knock him out because of his power. If he had power, what are you on about? He doesn't have power. It's not that Jake didn't want to hurt him.
Sorry. Extraction opportunity has expired. Headwind
They
too strong.
definitely did have more respect. They definitely had too much respect for each other. I feel like if it was like, you've got to remember, when you go up to heavyweight, not only has Jake never fought at heavyweight, which means even if he spars, it's Jake wasn't holding back. If anything, I would say Mike could have been holding back. If anyone was holding back at all. But I'm not trying to be funny, dude. Jake sucks. He ain't got... Again, I can guarantee you, if Jake was to fight at heavyweight the way he's at right now, fighting someone on his level, he'd get knocked out. His chin was in the fucking air, mate. Any boxing fan should have also seen that. His chin was in the air. Bro, it was like, hit me. He was holding back. He was too slow. Jake was miles too slow. He's not holding back. Not due to being tired. Dude, Jake is not fighting at his natural weight. He's sluggish. If he went in there with any other heavyweight on his level, he'd get KO'd. There's no if, buts, or maybes. But to be fair, there were many moments he couldn't have done anyway. What are you on about? What do you mean his legs weren't His legs weren't that bad. I was watching. Jake wouldn't have done shit. Mike was eating all of his shots by round 5, like that. Like I said, at the end of the day, if anything, it just speaks to levels that Jake is not on that. He's just not on the level that he thinks he is. I'm sorry, if anything, it just proves that Jake can't do shit. He ain't got the power that he thought he does. And again, when you go up to heavyweight, and I will state this again, going up to heavyweight, that guy's fucked. He got yoinked in front of me, dude. Nah, again, I've been watching boxing. I've been watching boxing my whole life. Jake was not holding back. I've been watching Jake for a long time. I'm sorry. No. Nah. He might have had respect. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't have the power. He's never had power. He's got a decent amount of power. He doesn't have KO power. Just like I did look at his other fights. Jake didn't even throw proper combos against Tommy Fury, so I don't know what you're on about. If anything, Jake if there's anything that I saw in that fight, Jake was on the back foot. If he was in the pocket with Mike Tyson, he wouldn't have lost. He was on the back foot.
That I have absolute faith in your abilities, but I am not programmed to lie.
What champion said that? He doesn't have power.
Easy mode, likely
I can tell you how I know he doesn't have that KO power that people are talking about. It's overrated power. I'm sorry. If he had... Dude, MMA fighters don't count. Name me one boxer he's knocked out. Like, full on knocked out. Oh wait, of course, there isn't. I can guarantee you if he fights a boxer, he ain't knocking them out. I'm sorry. You can't take Roy Jones. Yeah, but I mean again, like...
Yes, but not your commitment.
And Andre Ward. Dude, it's over. Unless he's fought a boxer, you can't actually judge someone's power just based on the people that they fought. Dude, I've been watching Jake. He does not have that one. He does not have that knockout power. Not as crazy as what people are making out. Does he have? Does he have decent power? Yes, but he doesn't have that knockout power that people say he does. I'm sorry. If he did, he would have knocked out Nate Diaz, like proper. Tyron Woodley, I mean, he only knocked out once because he left his chin out in the air. I can almost guarantee you he would have knocked out Mike. Sorry. No. Because again, when you go up to heavyweight, if he only threw bombs, he would be exhausted. And that would be a stupid fight to have. That's why he was fighting on the back foot. I really don't know what fight you lot were watching. He was fighting on the back foot. I was watching it. I was watching the fight. Yeah, but again, Woodley's no boxer. And I mean, again, the whole thing with Mike Tyson, I mean, he is 58. Even Jake Paul looked bad. I did watch the fight. I re-watched it. Jake was fighting on the back foot. I'm sorry. Fighting backwards. He was fighting backwards the whole fight. He wasn't coming forwards. He wasn't doing anything. Because he knows. No. I'm sorry. He was fighting backwards the whole fight. I will say this. He fought the smart fight. If he had gone in, like I said, if he had gone in and he went in the pocket, doing stand and bang, he wouldn't last. I'm sorry. He's at an unnatural weight.
Chapter 1, ready to extract whenever you want to bug out.
Aren't you arguing with Jake? I'm not saying Jake isn't a boxer. He doesn't... Look. Does he have... I've just said. He has decent knockout power. He does not have knockout power that is freaking insane. And as insane as this might be, someone said that KSI hits harder than Jake. So I'm not trying to be funny. Dude, no. And that's coming from a sparring partner that sparred both. And that's how I know. I got PC issues. It turns on but no display. You might have to look at the motherboard. So wherever the light is, I don't think you understand, Darkme. Give me a second. Let me. The Warriors just said something about his motherboard. So what you want to do is you want to look at the motherboard where the light is. See what light it's stuck on. It should tell you. You might have to look at the motherboard's You might have to look at the motherboard's shit. You might have to look at the motherboard's what's it called? Instructions if you have them. Oh, that sounds like a GPU issue. So if you mean a lot of boxers have... Yeah, I suppose you could look at Amir Khan and say, well, look at him. He was pretty... I'd still even say he was overrated for his time. He had fast hands, sure. Was he, like, on Mayweather's level? Nah. Amir Khan, he's good against, like, low-level opposition, but his chin and defense was not of the standard of even Mayweather. I mean, he got fucked up by Canelo. Anytime he's gone up against, like, tough fighters, he's fucked. But Jake Paul, he could probably fight people that are not... Well, he could probably fight... He definitely can't fight Vidal, because Vidal will fuck him up. There's... Bro, there's... Even at Jake Paul's weight, Vidal fucks him up every day of the week. No two ways about that, dude. There's no 5 ways about that, let alone... Put it this way. I still remember when Jake Paul was like, oh, I want to fight Vidal Riley. He'd get fucked up. There's... Nah, there's... He goes for that fight, he might as well just hang up his gloves. Stupid fight. Stupid fight. Vidal Riley wouldn't even be close. It wouldn't even be funny.
Is it loud? Because sometimes I like it loud.
The only people that he could probably fight are, like, people maybe below Tommy Fury's level, like... People like, Journeyman. He could probably fight Journeyman. And he did. I think that's where he should, I feel like that's what he should, do. That's what he should do next. He should go and find some Journeyman and improve on his craft. Jake Paul is not... Again, he's not even on, like, a national level or continental level. He's nowhere near that level.
Down you go, creepy.
Anyone on that level will decimate him. Especially at heavyweight, because he's not a natural heavyweight.
Maybe?
If he went up against a heavyweight around his sort of skill level, they fuck him up every day of the week. No 2 ways about it. Because again, he's not a natural heavyweight. And he was sluggish even against Mike Tyson. And again, there's no 2 ways about that. And if anything, it just goes to show, if anything, because he said that he was going to try and go for the knockout. He couldn't even put Mike Tyson on. And a lot of young people will look at that and be like, yeah, the guy comes up against me, he'll get fucked up.
You say collateral damage? I say
I'm sorry, but against any professional heavyweight boxer, he gets fucked up every day of the week. Around his level. Easy. Even someone that can't punch, they'll outbox him. He's miles too slow for that weight division. I think he should either stick to light heavy or cruiserweight. He should go down and stay down. No, dude, that's just being honest. Dude, you can ask anyone. I can almost guarantee you, he goes up against anyone. He goes up against anyone that it's not even being a hater, it's just being real. Like, I'm not trying to be funny, dude. He's not on that level. I've been watching him. His footwork is not great for a heavyweight. Anyone that is remotely the same age as him is going to be way faster than him at heavyweight.
Like I always say, if you want to win, succeed in tentacles.
He only went up for one fight anyway. I think, like I said, it'll do him some favors going down in weight. That way, he's got the sharpness, quickness, and everything to his level. And then he should go and fight some journeymen to own his craft. But that's what all boxers do anyway. When they're at his levels. That's what Tommy Fury was doing. That's not hating. Bro, I would even say even Tommy Fury doesn't even stand a chance against Vidal Riley, dude. Vidal Riley smokes Tommy Fury, no questions asked. And he's Continental Champion. He's the champion of... He's the national champion. He's got the English title. Tommy Fury ain't getting that belt. Tommy Fury ain't on that level either. He's... Again, like, he's good. But the problem with Tommy Fury is... I'd go as far as to say Tommy Fury is more of a, he's a... I don't even want to put him down because he's like... I just don't think he takes boxing seriously. I think the light says debug LED. But then if the display doesn't work, I'm not sure. Besides, if I remember correctly, Dark May, you said the fight was a scam. So I think I'm just being real. Bro, I would even say even Jeff Mayweather. And I think if there's anyone that I would rather listen to, it's Jeff Mayweather. I'm sorry. You can call me out for being a hater, but again, I'm just being real. I don't even care if you call me a hater. Why? Just don't give a fuck. That's your opinion. It's not a fact. I'm not there to lick someone's fucking boots, mate. I will say it, and I'm pretty sure every other boxer will say it. He goes up against any professional heavyweight boxer at his level, he gets fucked up. He goes up against Vidal Riley. Fucked up. The Pride True Goat. Yeah, but I said if he goes up against a true heavyweight professional boxer, it's not a. He would get fucked up. That's not even. Dude, I'm not trying to be funny, but like, some stuff has literally been said to just about anyone who fights on big stage. No. Dude, I don't think you understand how hate works. Do I hate what Jake Paul does? No. To be frank, I don't give a fuck. But when I see him fighting Mike Tyson, the only thing that I see about that is he's a fucking coward. Dude is fighting someone that's old. And I'm not trying to be funny, he did not look entirely great. And again, if he went in the way he did with Mike Tyson to a professional boxer who's younger and has had fights, the same amount of fights as Jake Paul, he would get KO'd. There's no one or two ways about it, dude. That's just being real. I think anyone could agree with that. I think even Jake Paul would know that. Would he admit to it? Probably not. He wasn't saying that a few days ago. Dude, I've been saying this for fucking years. He's not great. Jake Paul is a good boxer, but again, he's only good against people who either has less boxing, hasn't really boxed professionally, because it is very different. Or is a tin can, which was one of the only other boxers that he fought, which was basically a cab driver that claimed to have. I mean, to be fair, even KSI did the same fucking thing. He fought, what's his name? What's his bloody name? And he was a freaking tin can himself. He wasn't that great. But, I mean, again, it's a journeyman. They're not... Journeymen aren't really there to be great. They're there to help you hone your craft. You got different levels of journeyman as well. Like, for instance, Chisora is 100% a journeyman. A high level one. But he's there to challenge people. And that's the point of what journeymen do. There's no shame in that. Journeymen are almost like gatekeepers. I feel like most people just don't give them respect either. Because they think, oh, if you're a journeyman, you're just some fucking shit fighter. Not always. Some journeymen are actually really hard to get out there. Like, some of them will just be in there to survive, and I'm gonna be honest, it is actually harder to knock someone out that is there to survive, that literally trying to survive. Because they'll just literally cover up. But I mean, again, I'm not trying to be funny. He gone. But I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh yeah, Jake Paul is the best fighter ever. He's going to beat Canelo." Bro, I'm not here to be full of shit. Like, that is actually delusional
Back to the
thinking.
grave.
If you actually think
I know y'all have your hands
Jake
full,
Paul
but I'm ready to
beats
get us out of here
Canelo
whenever you
or anyone in the top 10, you're delusional. He is not going to get to that point because, again, they've been fighting their whole life. Jake Paul's only been fighting, what? 5 years? And, well, yeah, he's improved a lot since the first fight that he had with Deji. Sure. But does it mean that he's going to win continental belts and shit? No. Because people who win those are genuinely hungry for those belts. They want to claw their way up into the ranks. They're genuinely doing that. And they're trying to better themselves. Oh, here we go with the fucking steroid bullshit. Dude. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not going to claim Canelo's on steroids. I'm not trying to be funny. Do you know what classes are steroids? Technically, at one point, I was on steroids. Because I had asthma pumps. I had asthma for a while, so I had to be on pumps. And technically, that's a steroid. Technically, people who also go into recovery use some form of steroids. He tested positive? I don't know. I didn't see. I mean, again, I haven't really dug into Canelo. He might have done it at one point, but again, you do realize why some people also test positive for steroids. You know how those tests work, right? For example, if you're injured, you know that most boxers will end up using some form of steroids to get better quicker, right? So, I mean, like I said, I'd have to look into that a bit more. But I'm not gonna sit here and...
Hell yeah! I sure as shit know what to do with you.
I mean, I'm not trying to be funny. Even without steroids, Canelo would beat Jake Paul. Like, why is that even a fucking conversation? Bro, even Ryan Garcia would beat Jake Paul. Jake Paul is still a novice, mate. It was years ago. Well, there you go. It was years ago. So why the fuck... Why is that even coming into context? Jesus fucking Christ. We're talking about now. We're not talking about 10, 20 years ago, whenever the fuck he took that fucking thing. And even so, he wouldn't even need steroids to beat Jake Paul. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Again, Jake Paul ain't on that level. But I mean, again, it depends. You do realize there's reasons why, just like, right, bro. There's a court case on that, so we don't really actually know what's going on with that. Just like Ryan. Yeah, and it turns out that Darkmate, again, I don't think you understand. You do realize why there's some, which did happen by the way, both got yearly bans. While it's true there's been things going on within the sport, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm pretty sure, what's his name, looked into it.
Overkill. Maybe?
And if I remember correctly, actually, the whole situation with Ryan Garcia, got debunked. So, I don't know about that one, man. I don't know about that one. I know something's happening with the court situation, but a lot of people were calling that kind of weird because he tested positive one time, and to be fair, it doesn't really make sense. Once a cheater, always a cheater. Are we saying that Ryan Garcia cheated against Devin, I think it was Devin Haney? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that situation got debunked. But I mean, again, there's reasons why sometimes it can appear up in tests. Because again, for example, if you've been on an injury, you do realize what happens to most people that have injuries, right? They use some form of steroids. There's some forms of steroids that get used when you're injured. Yo, Yanis, how's it going, man? Welcome in, welcome in. I mean, again, if you take an asthma pump, that's classed as a steroid, dude. So if you have an asthma attack and you actually have to have an asthma pump, are you saying then you're cheating because you've now violated the rules because you can't breathe? Fuck out of here, dude. Asthma pumps are legitimately when you hit an... Yeah, no, I know. I've actually got a thing to help you with the whole headshot thing. I can't remember what it's called. It's the frickin' headshot perk. I don't know if it actually snaps to the head or if it's just... I don't know. To be honest, I've still got that thing as well. So like I said, there's context behind things. Can't just take something that was said and if we go by, oh well, Ryan Garcia also said so. To be fair, it doesn't make his case any better. But I mean, again, there's a whole court case about it. So we'll see if the court stuff goes through. But apparently there's a rematch that's happening. So at the end of the day, I'm just like, it's a bit shady, the fact that they kind of got the results and they were like, oh yeah, well this is also turned up in this, and this was like the day before the fight or some bullshit. And they didn't really say anything about it until like after the fight. So I'm sorry about that one, but that's a bit sketch. Sorry. sorry, but the Ryan Garcia one, even though he got banned, there's whole tons of shit that goes into that, and I feel like on both sides is sketchy as fuck. Sorry. I feel like the people to blame there are both the commission, and if it's true that he used, if it is true that this thing came back and was whatever, yeah, well, like I said, yeah, I do wish that it is true. Like I said, it's sketchy on both parts, dude. Can't just be one and not the other, dude. Bro, the fact that they said it came, the test came back before the fight and they didn't even stop the fight, bullshit, dude. Bullshit. Before I picked up the thing, fuck's sake. So like I said, I mean, I'll look into it again, but ain't trying to be funny. And the fact that he did tests afterwards and it came back normal. I don't know, man. I don't know about that one. Last night was whack. It was actually kind of disappointing. I think again, like I said before, I feel like there was too much respect between both. I don't know. But I kind of had a feeling that was gonna happen, because I was just like, Jake Paul doesn't really have as much as people would say, oh, Jake Paul does have, he doesn't have the power to, I'm sorry. Again, when you go up to heavyweight, you don't bring that power with you when you go up. Like anyone who says that the power gets taken with you. Yeah, but Darkmane, you gotta remember the fact that that afterwards, it wasn't after the fight. It wasn't even after the fight. He got tested again, and it came back clear. I don't know, mate. I don't know, mate. I don't know, mate. And you gotta remember, sometimes that might be true, but again, why did other tests come back clean? That's when I start looking at you sideways, mate. There's a whole lot of stuff going on with Ryan Garcia. Yeah, but so is it true that some of his tests came back normal? I remember Showbiz was talking about it, and he said this is kind of sketch, and he spoke about it, and he was just like, yeah. So I remember that whole shenanigans. Nah, dude, it doesn't happen like that. I'm sorry. What? Straight after the fight? Yeah, Garcia might be a dick. Don't get me wrong. He probably is a dick. But I've seen his outrage. He is a bit of a dick. Well, not a bit, well, you know.
It's the kid.
And if you keep the games from motherfucker. Fuck this shit, I'm out. And you keep the gains from Psalms if you persist with working out even without them being in your system. That's not the point, though. Like I said, there's something shady going on with both sides. It is shady on both sides. It doesn't matter what way you slice it, mate. Garcia is shady for doing the shit that he did and making out shit the way he did. But at the same time, the commission also fucked up on that as well, mate. Dude, you can't just... I'm putting the blame on both sides at this point. At the end of the day, dude, if it came back positive the day before, yeah? If the day before the fight, it came back that he was tested, and it came back positive, why the fuck did they let the fight go on? Probably ran a stack or increased. Well, we don't really know what he did. He said he had a broken rib before the fight. Well, then it's not really cheating. As I said before, there are some steroids that you'll end up using to help the recovery, right? Some people, unfortunately, that's just the way. That's just. You can't change that. As I've said before, if I was to do, for example, right? If I was to fight with asthma, right? They would also have to test me, and it will come back positive because I took an asthma pump, which is, by the way, a steroid. There's no if, buts, or maybes. I'll come back positive. Is that technically cheating? Not really. That's not really my fault. I have asthma. But the way it works is, if you take an asthma pump, you've now taken steroids. So like I said, if he was recovering... Fix it? Nice. What was the issue?
diagnose a mechanical issue.
Had to reconnect something on my... Oh, I hate that. Oh, yeah. So it must have been maybe your graphics card was unplugged a little bit, and you had to re-plug it in maybe. Maybe that was the issue.
Count my dominoes.
I hate messing about with the power supply.
Checkmate, asshole.
Oh, I could have got him up. I only just realised that my power up. After this, I'm gonna see if I need to see if V2 is.
I kill you.
But yeah, like I said, when you look at steroids, you can't just be like, oh well, the thing is, there's some steroids that you have to take because you're on recovery. And some of these things, yeah, they can persist. And I think, again,
Marking target location.
it depends on the context. And if we go, oh, there is no such thing as steroids that these guys are gonna have to hurry up. They'll have to make their own way, otherwise I'll get fucking fucked over there. I'll get fucked up if I had stayed there. This is probably going to be a good time to check.
Down you go.
You fucking bastard. After this, I'm gonna look into it because if I remember correctly, there was a lot of controversy around that.
Let's fucking go.
Fuck's sake. There was a lot of controversy around that fight. Are these guys fucking dumbass?
Looking at 30 stuff?
Hello? Ridiculous.
Yeah, we got maybe 15 seconds.
Well, at least I can do this.
How many fucking bodies did they
Alright,
stash
you
on this
still
fucking
busy.
island?
I don't understand this. Yeah, can I skip? I don't give a fuck. I can get this for £27. Cool. Right, give me a second. If I remember correctly, I mean, I know he said that he denies it. So, I mean, again, if anything, I still question the commission, because they said that before his fight, he got tested positive. Now again, I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, the commission is also at fault if this was true. Because guess what? If this was before his fight, why didn't they stop the fight? So again, like there's questions on both sides. It doesn't matter how you look at it. That still looks bad, because that means if they knew this before the fight and they still let the fight go on, they're supposed to be the commission. They're supposed to, if something was to happen on this level and they let this happen, then they fucked up themselves. Now, I know, most likely money regardless. I don't think you understand. The commission is supposed to, the commission is supposed to stop anything like that from happening. So, alright, give me a second. Okay. Now this is even more interesting. This is actually even more interesting. All 4 tests conducted leading to the fight are negative. Alright, give me a second. Because now I'm actually curious about this.
With the story, okay, as new information roll in, I'm going to keep you guys updated. So, it's...
I'm not moving... No. I am not moving the goalpost. I have just said, and I've stated multiple times, not only is that bad on the commission, I said there's shade on both sides. This is why sometimes I don't think you understand what I'm talking about. At the end of the day, if before the fight, yes, a commission says that you have tested positive, and they continue to let the fight go on, it's bad on both parts. Now, according to this video, that's bullshit. Now, this is interesting. I want to see what he says, actually, because I'm curious about this shit now. Because this is saying negative. So, there's something going on with this bullshit.
Okay. All right, we got some more information. And we're going to stay all over this story. Okay, as new information roll in, I'm going to keep
He's
you
also
guys
racist and hate. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know too much about that shit. I don't. We're talking about Ryan's failure? Well,
so it's
let's just watch
true.
this.
VADA hasn't released a statement, but Mauricio Suleiman, president of the WBC, he released a statement. So confirming that there were adverse findings of Ryan Garcia's drug tests. Now, Ryan Garcia's mother, she posted on Instagram proving that Ryan Garcia has passed his VADA testing from when he started, February 24th, up until April 3rd. Now, that's like 2 weeks, right, before the fight, all right? A little bit over 2 weeks before the fight. So Ryan Garcia passed. As far as April 3rd, he was clean, and he was clean all the way up to then. But then Pop Dirty on April 19th,
If he's hella racist, then he's a dickhead.
and April 20th for Asterin.
I'm not disputing
Now,
that
the
shit.
question is,
Because I don't know.
why would Ryan Garcia
I personally don't give a fuck what he says, though.
try to get benefits
He doesn't
from
like us,
Asterin
I don't give a shit.
so close to the fight, all right, knowing that he will have a pre-fight VADA test and a post-fight VADA test. You know that's going to happen. So why start taking Asterin in that window, and what kind of benefit will he get from it? So I wanted to know how long it takes for Asterin to actually kick in, and do you get any benefits within a 2-week period? So I looked it up, and Asterin, it said, how long does it take to work? Now, here it is. Now, this is a Pumping Iron store, all right? So here's the site, Pumping Iron. And look, I'm not saying that it's the gospel, but we get like an idea. So they said, going by majority of what we would consider beginning to intermediate PED users looking to take their physique to the next level, here is a no BS guide to Asterin results and expectations. Week 1, pumps and vascularity improve halfway through the week. Some strength increase is noticeable. So it does work after 1 week. It says week 2, the strength continues to increase.
Yeah.
Week 3, week 4, all the way up to week 8. So it's an 8-week cycle for you to get the full benefits of Asterin. But you do get benefits within a week, as short as a week, and you continue to see those benefits. Now,
it's not about how.
You have to cycle on it for an 8-week period to get.
Let's
the full
just hear
benefits,
this guy
and
out.
You have to cycle off. Now, what I want to know is how long does Asterin stay in your system? This and the reason why I'm asking this is Ryan Garcia. Let's say he purposely tried to cheat after April 3rd. The plan now is, let me take Asterin, which works very quickly, and then let me get off of it in time, because I'm pretty sure you didn't want to fail the test April 19th and April 20th. So let me get off in time. My question is, how long does it take for it to be non-detectable? Because I'm pretty sure Ryan Garcia would have wanted to know that if he was being a villain here and really trying to cheat. So I looked it up, and it says...
At least one thing. This dude is not really biased. This guy isn't biased. He tells it how it is.
However, in the latter case of the detection time window is not as long. Both SARMs, now that's an acronym for like selective, I forget what it's called, but it's for these PEDs. Both SARMs, one of the SARMs being Astarine, they were talking about Astarine and Andarine. Both SARMs are detected in urine for approximately 2 weeks after a single dose. So after a single dose of, that we're talking about Astarine, so that's 30 milligrams. After a single dose of Astarine, it is detectable in your system for 2 weeks. Now,
it's all subjective.
That Ryan
yeah,
Garcia
but
would
again,
have
let's just let him
to take
speak.
Astarine for a week to get the benefits, and at that point it's a wrap. Once you take it for a week, and that's just a single dose, that's 1 day. You got to take it for a week to get the benefits. So I mean, it would have been for a single dose.
Dude, we've been halfway through the video. We don't even know. Again, we haven't even heard this guy out. And you call me a hater, and this is the thing. I like to look at things from both sides. Again, this video doesn't... I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not trying to be funny. If the guy from WBC has come out and said it's all fucking negative, there's something going on, dude. I don't know.
It's detectable for 2 weeks. A week's worth. Ryan, he would have had to have known that he would have.
I don't know,
April
dude.
19th and April 20th. So it's asinine. It's ridiculous for Ryan Garcia to, unless he's that stupid, for Ryan Garcia to purposely take Astarine after passing, not while he's preparing for the fight from February on, after passing every test. Now when it comes to the fight, the stretch, the last 2 weeks before the fight, he starts purposely cheating, cycle on for a week to get the benefits, and then guess that it'll be non-detectable the next week. That's, listen, I'm gonna go with this. I'm not sure what you guys think, but with that...
Dude, it was not hating on Jake. If you think criticism is hating on Jake, that's down to you. But I don't think you know what hate is. Now, this is hate. And I've seen this done so many times. Oh my god, he knocked out Tyron Woodley. Oh, that's fake. Oh, that fight. Oh, he knocked this guy out. Fake. Oh, he knocked out this guy. Oh, that's fake. All I said is when he's fought a proper boxer, he not only lost, but if he was to fight someone who could punch, and I've said this numerous times, it's not even hating, it's just fact. We haven't seen him fight a puncher, someone who can put it on him. And if we're talking about Mike Tyson, I'm not trying to be funny. Well, if he was younger, it would have been a different thing. I didn't see that fight as, oh, it's definitely going to test Jake Paul. Of course it's not. Because fighting Mike Tyson is different to fighting a fucking young guy who's an up-and-coming champion that is willing to knock you the fuck out to achieve what he wants. Clip me all you want. All you're doing is making yourself look stupid. All I'm saying, that's not hate, dude. I've never said Jake Paul is fake. All I've said is Jake Paul, if he was to fight someone who was to be an up-and-coming boxer, someone like a Vidal Riley, he would get fucked up. There's no if, buts, or maybes there. Dude, I'm not even trying to be funny. Why do you think he didn't fight? Why didn't he fight Vidal Riley? I've never said it was a scam. You're the only one saying it's a scam. It might be a scam in some way. I've never said it was a scam. I've just said Jake Paul, he might be a decent boxer, but he would not be able to beat someone of the likes of someone like Vidal Riley that is up and coming, because he would lose. Dude, I can almost guarantee you, you can ask any boxer and they will come out and tell you he would lose against Vidal Riley. Not only does he have power, not only does he have power, but he has velocity. He can box, he can move, he's very quick for a cruiserweight. Jake Paul is not dealing with that, dude. With Jake Paul's skill right now, he is not on that level. He can't punch the way Vidal Riley can punch. Vidal Riley has got power in both hands. Now, he's a guy that has actual KO power. When I talk about KO power, I'm looking at people like Vidal Riley. I'm looking at people... Fucking hell, what's his name? Gervonta Davis. I'm looking at people like this. People that, you know, have high KO records. And you could say, oh, but look at Jake Paul's KO record. Bro, I would look at it if he fought boxers and he was knocking them out, left, right, and center. These are MMA guys. It's very different. And to be fair, if Jake Paul was to go and fight those MMA fighters inside of MMA, he'd get fucked up. He'd get KO'd the same way that they would. Why? Because it's a completely different fight. You can't take... Dude, it's like it's like going from tennis to table tennis. It's very different, dude. They might have the same premise, you're hitting a ball. It's very different. It's like, for example, I might be a very good short distance runner. But if I run against a long distance runner, I'm getting outpaced, dude. It's completely different. Even though it's running, it's technically the same thing. They train different, man. They train different. I'm sorry, but that's just it. I don't see Vidal taking a fight with Jake right now. Jake wouldn't fight him, dude. Vidal Riley is on a path to actually being a champion. Him fighting Jake would be going backwards. And as a fighter, you shouldn't be looking at going backwards in skill. You should be looking forwards, or on the same level, to try and hone your craft a bit more. Then look for more challenging fights after you've honed a bit more of your craft. Vidal Riley would be going backwards. It doesn't make sense for Vidal Riley. Dude has a fucking belt. Why is he gonna go and fight someone with no belt? And it's not going to actually do anything for his career apart from giving him money. It's not going to boost him up the ranks. It's not going to get him into the thing to become world champion. It's not going to do anything apart from monetary value. And I'm not trying to be funny. He's even turned around and said that. It makes no sense for him. It makes sense for the money. He'll do it for the money. But right now, he's looking at building his record. He wants to build his record. He wants to go and fight the top people. Fighting Jake Paul will not do that because, again, they are at different levels, man. Right now, in any time, Vidal Riley is not even at his peak. How old is Jake Paul? Vidal Riley is like... He's younger than me. Jake Paul's 27. I think he's only got about 10 years to really, like, improve before he hits his peak. Roughly 10 years, because... roughly the time that you actually hit your peak in boxing is roughly around 28 to around 35. Some people are very different. Some people will hit it around 40. Everyone's different in that aspect. But again, Vidal Riley. How old? Bro, he's younger than me. Okay, so he's about... okay, so he's 27. Yeah, nah. Vidal Riley is getting better. He's getting better. And, bro, he's a cut above anyone Jake Paul has ever fought. He's got the British champion. And most people who go for the British champion belt, Jake Paul would lose to them. I'm sorry. The guy that Vidal Riley fought before would also beat Mikel Law beats Jake Paul easily. This guy would probably beat Jake Paul. This guy would also beat Jake Paul. A lot of these other guys would beat Jake Paul. Will be Force. So that's such a weird name, dude. This guy is a journeyman, but he's a very well-known journeyman, and I think Vidal Riley also said he's like a gatekeeper. Jake Paul would probably struggle against that guy, because even at his age, he was still pretty good. How old is this guy? He's inactive though, so I don't think he'll come back, but... a lot of the times, yeah, he's lost, but I mean, again, he's literally a journeyman. He's basically doing his job as a journeyman. I can't see it. I honestly can't see it. Because again, like... The skill levels are only going to get bigger. The skill gap is only going to get bigger. Because again, and I think it would actually do Vidal... I think it wouldn't do Vidal Riley any favors, because again, he's fighting a guy that he'll probably end up knocking out in one round. And the one problem in boxing as well, right? And this is what I said about Jake Paul. Is the problem when you fight too many MMA guys is you're going to be so used to them that when you go on to fighting an actual boxer, it's going to be not only way different for you, but you would have literally been stuck in stalemate for a long time, and you would have only just now challenged yourself. That's a bad idea. What you want to do is, if he was gonna do that, I think if I was Jake Paul, I would actually look into mixing both. Only bring in MMA fighters if, say, one of the other boxers don't come in, because this happens a lot, by the way. So a lot of the times when, say, cancellations happen, they'll bring in an MMA guy or whatever because they need to fight, because they need to stay active. And again, it's not a way of basically, it's not just padding your record, it's also you're using your skills that you've learnt in training and trying to apply it in the fight. And that's the best way of doing it anyway, is again, you're fighting, you're mostly gonna fight journeymen or people that somewhat know how to box, but they're on a similar level to you, which will help you learn a bit more while you're literally doing pro bouts. Because again, it's the same as when amateur boxers go into pro fights. Amateur ranks are very different to pro ranks, because they're two different they're two different competitive things in and of itself. And a lot of people have said this before. It's like, for example, I think this happened to Mike Tyson as well as Anthony Joshua. So Dillian White managed to beat Anthony Joshua in the amateurs, But when it came to the pros, Anthony Joshua smoked him. So it's like, again, like when they're kind of different. But again, I've been saying this for a while. Is Jake Paul a fake boxer? Not really, because at the end of the day, he's trained in boxing. He's been training it for 4 years, and even though he hasn't had the upbringing as a normal boxer would have, like for example, most boxers tend to have jobs on the side. So they're kind of struggling between going to fights and mixing it with their job. So they've got their own hardship, whereas Jake doesn't have any distractions at all. So he can focus on boxing, which has got him up to where he's at. Which he's still, like, even though he's gotten better, he's gotten really good, but then there's been a slight decline. And this is what quite a lot of people have been talking about. There's been a slight decline, or a kind of stale kind of thing that Jake Paul's been going through, because there's a lot of things that he still does in the ring that is very amateurish. Or as most pros would call it, very raw, very green. And, I mean, again, like I said, if he was to fight someone of the caliber that he's... of the same skill level, that has been doing boxing for a long time with all of these hardships, Jake Paul is getting done, because these guys are hungry. These guys really want it. Especially, again, for a person that is willing to put in the hard work and wants to get up to these national belts and stuff like that. They'll step over Jake because they have the experience. Jake doesn't have that experience, but what he makes up for is the amount of the amount of hard work that he puts in. But again, if he was to fight an ordinary boxer, his power wouldn't be as... he wouldn't... Alright, let me put it like this. This is what I say about Jake Paul's power. If he was to fight actual pro boxers at his level, he wouldn't have a KO record that he has. Now, that's not saying he's bad. It just means that he is more of a traditional boxer. He has ways that he has to reset. He has, he's literally a traditional boxer. His footwork is not great. His defense is okay. His offense is okay. But that's why I said they would take a fight from Jake and potentially be set up for life, finance-wise. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think Vidal Riley needs it. Because again, he's hungry for the big titles. And after watching him for quite a while, he said it's not quite out of his mind, so to speak. He would think about doing it, but again, things have to align for him for that to happen. And I just can't see that happening. Just like I can't see KSI and Jake Paul fighting, because Jake Paul's gone up in weight. I think actually right now would be actually a good time for KSI to come all the way down to my weight. Because I'm going to be honest, if he was to fight Jake Paul in the next, say, he could... And again, the same thing happened to Roy Jones Jr., by the way, and we have to look at this. Why did Roy Jones Jr. go on the decline he did? Because he was yo-yoing between different weight classes. He spoke about this numerous amount of times, and he even said he did it wrong. Really, what he should have done is gone down to one weight and stayed there. Or go up in weight and stay there. You know, how Mayweather did it, right? How did Mayweather do it? He cleared out the first division, he stayed there for a while, and then he went up in weight a bit more. And then he stayed at that weight. He cleared out that division. Then he went up again. and he done it gradually. Now, if you're doing it willy-nilly and you're going, all right, this guy wants me at light heavyweight, that guy wants me at heavyweight, I'm going to bounce around these weight classes and do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. It's bad for your body. And again, as Roy Jones Jr.'s career proved, that's why it ended up the way it did. And I feel like he probably regrets that. Dude, the majority of his knockouts have been against MMA guys. And if we're going to talk about this blown up cruiserweight dude, I'm sorry. He was a blown up cruiserweight. It was going to be different. The guy that he knocked out as a boxer, he was better at light heavyweight. And even then, he wasn't great. Again, I feel like that guy, again, he's more of like a journeyman. And I mean, again, that's what journeymen are there for. That guy that he fought, he wasn't great at all. And again, he was also bouncing around weight classes. The guy that he fought, that was a boxer, and I looked at the records, by the way, he mostly fought at light heavy. So, when he fought Jake Paul, which, by the way, most people should know this, that's the part where you... Dude, no. I've looked at his record. See, I don't think you understand. You have to look at the context around the fights in order to actually understand why I'm saying this. Right? Again, when most people fight, right? And there's proof of this because it's happened around boxing, dude. The dude went from light heavy into cruiserweight. He was a blown up cruiserweight. Even Vidal Riley was talking about this. He was a blown up cruiserweight. He's not actually naturally a cruiserweight. So Jake Paul is going to have a power advantage and advantage anyway because he's naturally a cruiserweight. So of course that fight was leaning into Jake Paul's hands anyway. Like, if Jake Paul didn't win that, then I'm sorry. He shouldn't be in boxing. But like I said, it's someone around his sort of skill level, but at the same time, he was blown up. So it's like I can't really say that he had power. I said he has decent power. He's knocked out being all If they were to go in, again, if those MMA fighters were to go in against boxers, i.e. Vidal Riley, this guy, Anees Taj, they would all knock out those MMA fighters. Nate Diaz wouldn't even go in to fight those people because they're young. And he would actually get knocked out by those guys. So that doesn't say much. Bro, I'm pretty sure I spoke about this before, and it's a very dark subject. I didn't really like even touching into it. A dude that came from MMA went in to fight at heavyweight and ended up getting killed, dude. You don't understand. There's a reason why these fights are very different and they need to be organized differently. And again, it's the same thing around. If you was to literally stick Jake Paul into MMA, he'd also get knocked out. It doesn't say much. He's literally bringing people in that, again, like when he knocked out, what's his name? A guy that couldn't even strike. And he was just like, oh yeah, I knocked out someone who can't do boxing. I feel like that was just disrespectful. I feel like in my opinion, he kind of disrespected those MMA guys. And I just feel like it's just disrespectful. And not only that, they were past their prime as well. So that's why I'm not judging his fights based off... I'm not judging his power based off those fights. I'm sorry, I'm just not. Until he gets in with someone that around about the same caliber, that can punch, that has velocity, that isn't like Tommy Fury that will do boxing every once in a while, but someone that is actually dedicated to the sport, then I'll come in and say, you know, if Jake Paul knocks them out, yeah, cool. I'll start actually basing it off of these feats. Right now, the feats that he's got aren't great feats. They're feats that most professional boxers could do if they're very dedicated to their sport. I'm sorry, that's just the truth. Anyone who comes into the sport would also know this as well. Again, a dedicated boxer, only speaking of his old fights, but yeah, again, all them fights were... Like I said, when Jake Paul went in against people, he's fought people exactly like... Yeah, that were probably, that knew roughly the same amount of boxing as he did. But again, like, they weren't really on his level, and that you could easily tell. Tyron Woodley, I'm gonna be honest though, dude, he's only fought probably one Golden Glove champion. Yo, Tafol, how's it going? Look, I'll even go into Jake Paul. I don't really like BoxRec because, to be honest, it's full of shit sometimes. And it's not really a good indication. Fuck that one. Michael Perry, I mean, that's an MMA guy. This guy... If we're saying that, this guy is... That's why you're sounding... Dude, I'm just being honest. If being honest sounds like a hater, then I really don't know what the fuck you on about. Like, this dude isn't... He's not... again, like, when you look at his record... Dude, he wasn't even active. He fought 2 years before that time. And even then, he fought, like, 4 years before that. Look at the distance between the fights. You can tell this is not a dedicated dude. I'm not saying that, but I'm trying to figure out who this guy is, because it ain't that guy. It's definitely not this guy who won Golden Gloves. Professional fighters. If you're calling this guy a professional fighter, dude, he was inactive for a long time. 2018 was the last time he was properly active. And Jake Paul ended up TKOing him. And I mean, even then, he only had a fight 2 years before that. That's not... I'm speaking about dedicated fighters. Dedicated. People that want to up the ranks. That want to climb the ranks. On his level. These are not the guys. You're saying Jake isn't this or that due to not fighting a real boxer, but he is. This guy is not on the same level as Jake Paul. I'm sorry, if you actually thought this guy was on the same level as Jake Paul, I don't know what you're talking about. He was never going to be on the same level. He was dedicated from 2014 to 2018. After that, one fight. One fight after 2018. That's not great as a record, dude. That's not active. That's not nearly as active as you should be at that when coming up, dude. Andre August. He was fairly active. But, I mean, again, a lot of his fights weren't at cruiserweight. I mean, he hasn't really won much either. And again, this guy isn't really active. So, again, he's not dedicated. 2 boxers, dude. That ain't even dedicated. So I don't know what you're on about. Tommy Fury, who he lost against. Ben Askren. Again, he's only fought 2 boxers that weren't even on the same level, nor was at the same weight. Because I can almost guarantee you, I've actually looked into this dude. Most of his fights have been at light heavy. Like this guy, cruiserweight. That's 1 cruiserweight. Light heavy. Light heavy. Cruiser. You're gonna see a pattern here in a minute. Light heavy. Again, this guy, I think if this guy was at light heavy, I think it would have made it a more interesting fight to see him actually at his actual weight class. Right, that guy's a cruiser. I clicked on the wrong one. Like, there's a couple of cruisers in here. Super middle. This dude's a nobody, and he's at super middle. Even, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna judge this guy as well. He shouldn't be fighting people at super middle. He should have been fighting people at... shouldn't be fighting people low. That guy's a nobody. I mean, again, even these guys weren't even dedicated. That's tough. I've already seen this guy. Again, these guys aren't even on the same level. He drew against them. I'm not even gonna bother with that one. Light heavy. The majority of these. Dude, I said dedicated boxers. Dedicated. Someone who wants to actually box. I'm saying it's fine to fight these guys. I'm just saying his skill level is not there yet. And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not even a hater. I'm not trying to be funny. I would even say the same thing about someone who's doing the same exact thing. There's so many people. No. Not really. Again, like, some of them. But even then, this guy might be the only guy that had actual experience. But he wasn't gonna prove... Again, he wasn't gonna prove a challenge for Jake Paul. Like, if we're actually saying that this guy is gonna prove a challenge to Jake Paul... No. Again, like, there's a reason why he's there. There's a reason why he's there, dude. And again, he's not active. He's not dedicated to the sport. Again, if you find someone that's actually dedicated to the sport, you'd find that the fight is a lot different. This guy, and I've seen this fight, it wasn't even... He couldn't really actually knock him out. It was a TKO. The ref had to stop it. And Jake Paul actually struggled to put the guy... to actually knock the guy out. Which, I will say, the guy was shelled up, so it is tough to actually get someone out who's basically doing this all the fight, and your punches ain't gonna go through most of the time. They might, but at the end of the day, if someone's shelling up, it's gonna be a TKO. The only one that he actually knocked out was, I mean, but again, there's a reason why he knocked this guy out, because he came up to cruiserweight. Even though he was somewhat active, and then even then, he only had one fight, and then before that, I wouldn't even say this guy was even at all I mean, he has experience, but a lot of these fights that he's had, I feel like he should have stuck at light heavy, and I think he would have been fine as a fighter. But again, this guy should have been at light heavy, and I think this guy would be fine as a fighter. If they fought at light heavy, I think that would have been probably a bit of a different fight. But this is what I'm trying to say. Bringing up either out of prime people, which is the majority of his, or people that don't know how to box, Nate Robinson. And Eason Gibb was actually an interesting fight. If Jake loses, he sucks and give up. I've never said that though. Wasn't even. The fight wasn't even. It's not about having more fights. It's not about just having more fights. It's also about being active. And as I've said before, the boxers he went up against, they weren't active. Even right now, this guy hasn't fought for over a year. I would actually say this guy is actually inactive. Unless he's doing like maybe something that's off box rec, I don't know. But he might just have another job. And I'm not here to disrespect that. But all I'm saying is again, these are inactive boxers. They're not, again, dedicated. Like, really, what's his rank right now? 106. Who's this dude? I'm actually curious. Wait. Why is that heavy? This is why I don't like box rec. Oh, they've stuck him at heavyweight. For fuck's sake. I don't know why they've even put him that high. I'm not even gonna lie. As a heavyweight, I can't see him getting past any of these. Yeah, you should fight someone like this. Somewhat active. I'd like to actually see the fight, actually. Unanimous decision, TKO, 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 unanimous decision, KO, KO, TKO, TKO, KO, TKO. Yeah, he should fight someone like this. Around his level. I've been saying dedicated, bro. Again, you can't even say he has fought dedicated boxers, because he didn't. It's not even the fact that I'm shrugging it off. I've given him credit, dude. I've given him credit. He has decent power. He doesn't have shocking KO power. He has okay defense. He has okay footwork, although it's been a bit sluggish the past couple of fights. I think he just needs to work on that a bit more. But I mean, again, that's normal criticism, dudes. If you're trying to come up with ways to make out that I'm some fucking hater, you're actually failing. Again, that's just your opinion, and I'm not here to sway your opinion, because at the end of the day, your opinion is your opinion. It doesn't make it a fact. Again, do I hate the guy? Obviously not. But I'm just stating the facts. You're saying different things now? I've been saying the same thing for ages. Dude, I don't think you're understanding what I've been saying. I've been saying, when it comes to a dedicated fighter, and I've been saying this for a goddamn long time. I've been saying this for years. 4 years. I've been watching Jake Paul. It's been an interesting transformation that he's had since going from an Isong Gib, or shall I say Deji, to an Isong Gib. The MMA fighters, I'm going to be honest, he did surprise me against Tyron Woodley. The first time, Tyron Woodley did kind of have him in trouble. I will say that. Tyron Woodley did actually have Jake Paul in trouble the first time. But the problem with Tyron Woodley, especially in that fight, is he didn't have the killer instinct. He had Jake Paul on the ropes. He could have gone in and actually poured it on him, but he didn't. But at the end of the day, that all comes down to experience. That comes down to experience, and also technically the personality as well. But you know, at the end of the day, Tyron Woodley is not a boxer. I didn't expect him to actually. To be fair, Tyron Woodley did actually surprise me. He won't do that well in boxing, but like against small opponents, yeah, gimmick fights, sure, he'll be fine. He has a decent skill, but yeah, he doesn't have killer instinct. Do you know what that? The fact that you question mark that and it tells me that you either don't know much about boxing. For example, if Mike Tyson knows that you're on like wobbly legs, do you think he's gonna stand there and be like, ha 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 ha? No, he's gonna go in and he's gonna knock you out. That's called killer instinct. That's what they call killer instinct in boxing. If one of these guys like Mike Tyson, Riddick Bowe, Hollywood back in their prime, Tyson Fury, Klitschko, oh, who else was some other good ones? Herbie Hyde was actually pretty good in his time. But a lot of these boxers, if they smell blood on you, dude, they're going for it. They're going to knock you out. But again, there are some boxers that don't do that, that have kind of strayed away from that. Like, for example, there's been certain incidents that happen can actually take that away from you. Like, there was one guy that was so, like, he was such a good boxer that when unfortunately, something happened in the ring, the guy died, he lost that killer instinct. He didn't want that to happen again. So he was just after that. He lost it. But that's understandable because he killed someone. That's a traumatic thing. Most boxers don't actually want to kill you. Obviously. It's a sport, but things happen, so, and especially years ago, boxing is still probably one of the most dangerous sports as well, alongside with other sports as well, because of the amount of, well, majority of boxers can end up with CTE. I think that's what it's called. Never once have any of my masters or coaches have ever used the word killer instinct. Really? I've been to a boxing gym and I've heard loads of coaches say about killer instinct. I've heard multiple coaches talk about killer instinct. Honestly, I don't understand where you get some of your logic from sometimes. I mean, again, we all come from different parts. At least in the UK, a lot of places in the UK, especially if it's like roughed up areas, you know, they speak a lot about this. But anyway, I've been talking a lot about this. Do you know what? Hold on. At the end of the day, I've been watching boxing for a long time. Well, like I said, different places say different shit. Just like everyone's got different words for shit. Like, for instance... Bro, just because... I've been around places myself. And that is a thing. I can guarantee you, I can almost like search up on YouTube. Bet you any money there's actual... See? How fighters develop killer instinct. The secret to Mike Tyson's killer instinct. Activate your killer instinct. Bro, the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. It's all here, dude. Boxers do have... It's a... Killer instinct is technically a thing that it's a, what's the best way of explaining it? It's something that happens in a fight anyway, right? Because it's like adrenaline. When you go into a fight anyway, 9 times out of 10 you're on adrenaline. So it's like a lot of the times, unless you're, even when you're trained, sometimes certain things can also take over. And when you're in survival, and that's why sometimes you'll see when some boxers are like it literally looks like they're going to get knocked out, and then all of a sudden, boom, the other guy gets dropped. Just all word fluff to get the views up. 41 views 3 years ago. To get views up, dude. 41 views 3 years ago. Are you sure you want to go with that? 41 views. Okay. Okay, 41 views just to get the view. Okay. I don't think you know how views work, but no. Okay.
The reason I'm fighting so hard is because it's nearly the only thing in the world where you have to...
I'm not even gonna fucking put that. I'd rather not get...
I wanted to talk to you about Killer Instinct.
Yeah.
And I don't mean actual killing people.
You mean that sweet 90s video game?
Yeah.
That Mortal Kombat ripoff?
But yeah, okay. Killer Instinct. Guys, you heard it here first. If you want views on your channel, put Killer Instinct. 9 times out of 10, you'll get 41 views. That shit does not go... The title 9 times out of 10 doesn't always mean you're going to get... Bro, you could have the best title in the world and you can end up with 1 view. I've seen people that have really good titles. I'm actually curious.
I just came back from ordering the cheapest breakfast my money can buy.
This dude.
2 eggs, some turkey bacon, and orange juice. Because I just lost $12,000. The morning after.
This dude is actually fucking funny. Bro, this dude is actually fucking funny.
Listen, I just lost $12,000. Oh, my bookie won this one. My bookie won this one. Look, before we talk about the fight, Iron Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul, we first have to talk about the night. Shout out to MVP, bringing me out. I had the most special week in my...
I actually love this dude. He's fucking amazing. Anyway, I don't want to rip off his video because people want to see that. I know what you mean when you say it. Well, like I said, at the end of the day, like, what I'm trying to say is, right, is when it comes to boxing, this is what it also determines if you have power and things like that, is mostly, it's not just about the knockouts on your record, it's also about who you've also knocked out and how you've knocked this person out. There's so many things that go into this. And like I said, for example, I could go and look up Vidal Riley. And how do I know he has power in his punches? You can kind of see it. And it's not just on pads and things like that, but you can also see it when... let me see if I can... The only reason why I know about this... See, that's how you know. That's how you know someone's got power. He was just like, he was probably like, fuck. That body punch looked fucking, bro. I'm telling you now, I wouldn't even take that. Ooh, that was just under the guard, bro. If that connected, bro. If that connected, they would have definitely been all over.
Who gets another opportunity here. The class and the...
See, this is what I mean about Vidal Riley. This is what I like. I like the way he fights.
He's got cute skills and...
But again, I will still say this about Vidal Riley. There's a lot of things that he's raw on, and there's a lot of things that he does need to touch up. I feel like sometimes he takes it a bit too easy. But I think it just depends on... But he's very, very calculated in the ring. Oh! That's what I mean by power. That's what I mean by power. That's how you know someone's got power. Bro, his head went freaking back, dude. This is what I'm talking about by power. This is literally sheer power. That's power. This is what I mean. And you know what? I still remember one of the I can't remember his name. I remember when I was talking to my well, back when me and my dad used to get along, man. I remember him saying about Anthony Joshua. I can't remember who it was that said about the jab. I think it was George Foreman that said the jab is the most powerful shot that you've got because it's straight down the pipe. And if you can throw it effectively, you can knock someone out with a jab. And I think George Foreman was one of the guys to actually knock people out with a jab. But his jabs were... But again as well, something about George Foreman that actually surprised me, and I didn't even know this until I actually started looking it up. George Foreman was fighting at a high level up to like 48 or 47 or 48. And the only reason why he lost, I mean, fuck, he lost to Shannon Briggs, dude. Shannon Briggs. Shannon the Cannon Briggs. Bro's like a mini Mike Tyson, dude. Like, alright, he didn't really last that long against Vitaly Klitschko, but Vitaly Klitschko is like a freaking clinical knockout artist, dude. And this is another thing as well. I still remember watching the difference between Vitaly and Vladimir Klitschko. Vitaly had a chin. He was actually...
The guard station computer cannot access the central database now the network is down.
I still remember when David Hay was like, "Oh, Vitaly Klitschko." I was just like,
Your old boss.
nah, I don't think he want that smoke. I think as well, if Vitaly Klitschko didn't have the injuries he did, I think if Vitaly Klitschko didn't have the injuries he did, I think he would have also beaten Tyson Fury. But that would have also been a really interesting fight. Because while Vladimir Klitschko could also bang, he's not his brother.
They're good, but more power is needed.
I still think Vitaly Klitschko was the overall better one. Even though Vladimir could box, but he didn't quite have a chin. He didn't have the chin of his brother, should I say. Like, he can take bangs, but when he was up against... I think this is what was very interesting between Vladimir Klitschko and Anthony Joshua, actually, in that fight. The one thing that really... I was looking at that fight and I was just like, bro, that's... The fact that they both knocked each other down.
Frankly, I'm not sure which is worse. Being out there as a wretched undead or stuck in here as you, Peck.
But like I said...
You smell like a nursing home bedpan, Strauss. But at least you don't bite.
And I will say this as well, actually. Because I remember watching, what was it, KSI versus fucking Logan Paul. And I was just like, in a way, I was like, this is kind of, I was like, even though KSI has got more experience,
I only know her by reputation, but the sick shit
I think why KSI came out in that fight winning was because he wanted it more. And I think that showed in that fight. And I think that's the problem with Logan Paul as well. I feel like in a roundabout way, Logan Paul could have actually made a decent fighter. Like, dude, he has a pretty snappy jab, but he's very lazy. He's also very lazy. I still don't understand why Logan Paul fights the way... I really don't understand it. Because he had all... Like, legit, all he had to do to KSI was throw out that jab. Throw out the jab. Because he had a really... Like, that's the one thing that Logan Paul has that I would say Jake Paul doesn't really have. And it's that really snappy long jab. And because of how tall he is... And the athleticism should have actually held him in a lot of these fights. I feel like Logan Paul could definitely, if he had trained harder in boxing, but again, I don't think he doesn't really have the heart for it. And you can tell because of the way he fights. And again, this is why I said I'm not really hating. Jake Paul is a very like, compared to a lot of fighters out there, he's very well rounded. And I would have said the same thing about Deji. But the problem with Deji is he has the talent to do it, but the hard work isn't there.
Clip your skeevy wings, asshole.
If he had worked hard, he would have won all of his fights. I'll say, fair enough, he couldn't really beat Alex Wasabi because, alright, 2 weeks in, he changed caps, which was he should have really looked for a camp before that, I think. But then again, COVID as well.
That thing grew way.
He still should have looked for a camp
crap like this in 6 years. Honestly, you people attract monsters like flies to shit.
But I mean, again, like I said, a lot of these guys, a lot of the guys, especially on like Misfits and stuff, it's interesting because I'm not a hater on it like other people. I've seen so many people like, oh my god, these guys are coming over and taking over. No, I feel like they're in their own league, and I think that's fine. What I will say though is I like the fact that a lot of some of them are actually dedicated into doing it, and a lot of them are getting better. They're not gonna be as good as, say, Continental Champion like type people. They could probably get onto that level. They could probably get onto that level, but I don't think they... I think they would struggle against a lot of the champions on that level, because...
Please stand by.
I mean, the thing is with Golden Gloves... It is a hard thing to do, but majority of the time, those people aren't... Majority of the time, those people... Even though they're dedicated to that because it's a lot of money, it's...
Amp unit energized. Area 3
I need to
online.
research into it, because I remember Golden Gloves, but I haven't watched it in a long time.
Sadly, we have been outmaneuvered.
I haven't watched it in a long time.
Nah, that hard drive wasn't destroyed. It's just not where it should be. You got a mission, people.
Oh,
Go
I've already got
find
it.
our missing hardware. Interesting. There's an encrypted file in the database written by Technical Officer Anya Tanovsky. Clever minx kept a secret workshop that...
I will say though that there is a lot of people out there that are...
Most will be refused.
Oh.
Saving ammo while crushing hearts and minds.
Oh my days. Come on, bro.
Max armor.
Come on, spawn, you dickheads. I need my points. Fucking hate this thing. I mean, it makes sense for the jab, but why would you uppercut like this?
I heard that one.
Bonus points.
If I can somehow pull off 2,000 scrap salvage, that would be helpful.
Insta-kill.
Oh, it failed. Why did it fail? Mantis upper body. Fuck. I might have to I'll try and redo it later.
Beginnings, right? So what the hell is Richtofen trying to start?
If he's employing sadists like Dr. Modi, he must be desperate. He's not insane.
I don't understand why that didn't work. probably have to do it when I'm like not streaming maybe. Okay. What happened? Tried to export my my mod list to Starfield, and one of the textures or something failed to compile. I'm trying to follow Biggie's guide for it. I'm still trying to figure out how to do a Wabberjack mod list.
Max ammo.
So get a Rick.
Insta-Kid.
Oh really? Yo, David Music, how's it going? Welcome in, welcome in. I know I was mostly talking about boxing earlier. I mean, I enjoy talking about boxing because I really did have a passion for it, and I was just like, I don't know. I don't know why I lost passion in boxing. Can't remember. You have your virus scanner on? The only one that I have on is, but it's no choice really, is the I forgot what it's called. Windows Defender, that's it. Windows Defender. I've never, ever installed or bought any antivirus software because it doesn't do anything. Well, it does, but Windows Defender is just the same. It does the same. I don't see the point in paying for something that does the same exact thing. Plus, I still remember having this argument with my mum. She was like, "Oh, I have an antivirus system, software because it protects you." I'm like, no. The only thing that protects you is yourself. If you don't know what you're looking for, you shouldn't be on certain websites. You should only go to websites that you trust. Because, bro, why would you?
Okay, yep, like it.
Oh? What, you think that might be the cause?
I have marked an area. Stay within it until I say you're done. Seriously, it's not rocket science.
I could try that. But I'm wondering if it's to do with... Maybe, I don't know.
it out. Excellent work. Please flood your brains with dopamine and serotonin. I would throw you a party, but I am no longer allowed to do so. For reasons.
Ooh, that sugar though.
Go for
Man,
now.
it's racing.
I'm gonna change it for the fire one now. I actually prefer that one. Maybe it's worth a shot. Yeah, I'll give it a try again. I need to Oh. Yo, Sakrin, how's it going? Welcome in, welcome in. Oh man. I'm just waiting for a chance to chat to V2. I know he's been I need to pop the volume on the stream so I can hear him. But I'll do it in a minute because I have to also modify OBS. High ground, limited approach. That's a good point.
Can you follow instructions? It will be unfortunate if you cannot.
Create funnels and fire pockets. Yeah, I'm gonna have to learn to do that. I'm just used to just gathering them together and just shooting them.
Minor success you are experiencing. My expectations were low, and yet you have met them.
Double points.
Literally bang for the buck.
Despite your obvious deficiencies, you succeeded against all odds. Organic life really is amazing. I anticipate seeing joy on your faces when you claim your reward. Please smile for the camera.
Oh, is it there? Nice.
I know y'all have your hands full, but I'm ready to get us out of here whenever you are.
Take them. That's a good point. You do make a good point. I just saved on points as well.
I think I can guess the magic ingredient.
You just made a good point.
Max ammo.
Back to the grave.
Fuck! I was like, what the fuck? That actually made me jump, you prick. I was like, what the f... I was like, wait, what was that? Okay, this game has actually made me jump. Alright. 1-0 to the game. That's the first time that's ever done that to me. I was like, what the fuck? That was very delayed though, what the fuck? It made me jump, but I was just like, I was fucking delayed. Maybe because I was like too concentrated on the game. Alright, come on. Alright, let's go.
That makes things a little easier.
That was so annoying. Alright. 2,000 points.
Raptor 1, bringing the bad news. Got a fuel leak. Repairing now.
2,000 points. I'm off to Skyrim. Alright, no problem, dude. No problem. Hope you enjoy your Skyrim. Cheers for the advice. Oh.
Jumping right into that one.
Max ammo. No problem, man. No problem. Oh. You know what, though? There is one thing that I'm looking for. Oh, wait. When is Stalker 2 coming out? Wasn't it the 20th? That's in 4 days.
Manifesting. Ray gun. Oh, auto-shotting with incendiary ammo.
Metro went on sale.
Bonus points.
Yes, sir. I know a fucking force multiplier when I see one.
That was fucking
Yeah, knew I could count on you, Box.
Ow! Eat that bitch. Eat that.
Fire sale.
Now that's the summer cut.
Oh shit. I need to see.
Better be locked and loaded, or I'm coming back with a crowbar.
I'm gonna stick with a shotgun. I'ma stick with a shotgun. I'ma stick with a shotgun. Da-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Look at my shotgun! Look at it! Eat it! Oh. Eat it!
Why do things the hard way?
Yeah. I'm joking. I don't know about you guys, but I think they're dead. Right in the CPU. It was right in the CPU, bruv. On me. Anyway, I'm looking forward to playing a new games. Looking forward to a bit of a change in the. Oh, what a bastard! What a bastard! No. Ha 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 ha! Suck on that one! Suck on that one! Suck on it! What was that? What was that, bruv? Ow! Oh. I need to start using my actual Molotovs. I keep forgetting about them. Yo, Kermit! How's it going? Hope all is well. What? Yeah, I might have to actually do that. I might actually have to watch the, it's going decent, I'm not dead. That's one way to put it. Yeah, I might watch someone play it.
Open for business. Seriously, we can evac if you need to.
If it's like Fallout 4, open world, you might see it on the channel. I don't know. I'm trying not to like
Max ammo.
Throwing incendiary.
gonna be Xbox. Oh yeah, I know. I think I remember you saying that yesterday. Ah! Bastard! I can't use that gun. Why? It freaking hurts. I don't understand. It's like I'm getting cramps. Am I like shooting wrong? What is it? I've never had this problem before. It's like my hand's cramped. I don't understand how people can do it. Maybe it's a me thing. Like, you know those like snipers that or rifles that you can use and they're like single shot? I can't use them. God damn it.
Stim applied.
Insta-kill.
Got my cardio for the day.
I'll bet you any money I can't go in there. Okay. Hello? What?
Tear them to pieces.
Awesome.
I heard that one.
You know what, yeah? I wanna... Bruh. I don't know what it is. After actually playing my mod list for Starfield, I actually want to play it more. Like, bro, there's so many cool mods out there for Starfield.
If we're both on this wild ride together.
Yeah, I know, that's probably excessive, right?
I have added a note to your file to say you don't suck. I had expected you to be rocking back and forth in a fetal position by now.
No!
One messed up family tree.
Fascinating. Trial milestone stage 3 reached. I hope these trials have in some way helped to relieve the tedium of your tawdry, miserable existences.
Why?
Full power.
That was dog shit. I need at least 1,500. And then I can upgrade this for the final time. I'm also thinking, isn't it worth... Might be worth upgrading this as well. I thought something dropped. You know what? I'm wondering if they're gonna add that open world one again. So I didn't mind that from Cold War. Like, I actually like the Cold War version of the open world one because that was really interesting. I liked like being able to do all like, I think it was like you had to do like 3 objectives before moving on to the next one or next like higher difficulty, and then basically you could go in exile. I love that idea. I loved being able to do that. Ha! Psych! Ha 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 ha! I will say, 5,000 points just to upgrade this.
Fire sale.
But then for the damage it does at this round, yeah, sure. I don't even know where the hell that is.
Insta-kill.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Down. Down, down, bow, bow, ba down, ba down, bow. Ba da ba ba da. Oh, wait. Right, he's still going. V2 is still going on his Black Ops escapade. Take all these out. I smell a dumbass. And it ain't me. Or it could be. not.
Fire sale.
Oh, fuck. That hit like... How many? There's two, that's probably fine.
Careful when I'm still with you. This bird's gonna take a little more fixing.
Cheers, bud. Oh my days. I'm gonna have to get all my perks back. Just before I do that. Now I'm gonna upgrade this. Alright. I think in a bit. I think probably after this. I'm probably gonna see if I can try and
I was writing my dissertation.
get V2 in a chat if I can. Sorry, but can you fuck off for a minute? Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get him in a chat. Okay. I'm trying to think, what other perk did I have before? Can't remember. Just want to upgrade this real quick. I'm sorry.
Yes and yes. Oh, I'm gonna wreck some shit.
That's not looking... That's not sounding good.
You can thank me later. Jumped right into that one. Somebody blew a fuse.
Where's this dude? Oh, he's talking about Insomnia Boats. I know that dude. I was in his streams a while ago.
You say collateral damage? I say crowd control.
I used to watch Insomnia Virus a lot, man. My god. It's been a while since I jumped in streams though. I keep forgetting about my stim shots.
Tear them to pieces.
Oh, look at my purple gun. Look at me purple gun. Oh. Huh? How is this orange? And this is purple. I've never seen that one before.
Down you go, creepy. Why do things the hard way?
Better been down, boom, 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 down, boom. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go. All right. After this, I'm gonna see if V2 is ready for a chat.
Hear you loud and clear. Commencing retrieval lock.
There's some other ones over there anyway. You got Lionel Messi. You got I only just realized this. You got Lionel Messi. Surely nothing can go wrong, right? Right? We done it! How are you fighting anything in that thing? Is multiplayer? Yeah, I've been doing multiplayer. Multiplayer zombies.
The Pantheons infiltrated Avalon's underworld. They're after the global crime networks. It's all about influence.
Alright. Guys, what I'm gonna do... I'm gonna put you guys on this screen for a minute. Oh! But yeah, right, I'm gonna leave it there because what I'm gonna do is I've got a couple of things I want to sort out real quick today. I've got a few upcoming things that I want to try and sort out, and then hopefully I'll let you guys know how things go. But in any case, guys, if you enjoyed this stream, make sure to hit the like, consider subscribing if you're new, and feel free to join a Discord. EBB. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this, make sure to hit the like, consider subscribing if you're new. Alright, but yeah, hope to see you guys tomorrow. So I'm kind of concentrating on two different things at once. But yeah, I know that B2's kind of busy. Anyway, once I've done this conversation, I'll probably, I don't know. I'll see how things go. Because I've actually got to compile that list again. But again, if you guys actually like Black Ops 6, or if you guys are still wondering if Black Ops 6 is worth playing or not, just get it on Xbox Game Pass. Especially if you're on PC. What have you got? I mean, it's free on Xbox Game Pass. So it's like, why not? Why not give it a try, you know what I mean? But anyway, hopefully you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget, I'm doing 2 different streams tomorrow, so I'm gonna probably do like 2 to 3 hours a piece on 2 different games. I'll see how that goes tomorrow, but we'll see what happens. But anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take it easy, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.
I don't think so. No offense, of course. I'm just not up for it. Sorry.
Oh, good.
You find a screamer? Oh, a snitch, huh? Can't be running any guards now, can I?
for my work. Bro, you're getting wrecked. I need to keep my stamina up, so I need to stay away from this one. No! Everyone. Teleport everyone. Help!
Well, that's taken care of.
I haven't seen you before, have I?
Oh, that's so funny, dude.
You picked a bad time to get fucked, friend.
Oh my god!